Hello, ENS subs. I am back, Shakima, with another video. And today's topic, we are going to get deep in. Like I said, I want to bring you into my life, my family. So, as you can see, we are doing different vlogs and different videos. My husband, he vlogs when he's working. He's walking to work. We will be doing a vlog together more. We just want to give you insight of things in our everyday life, things that we're going to talk about, subjects that we will touch. Here sitting to the right of me is my wonderful son. And we are going to have a conversation, right?
More or less.
So, introduce yourself.
Hi, my name's Tyvel. I'm her progeny. Because reasons.
Reasons. Really?
Yes.
You want to give them an insight about your mom? Raw and cut. We're going to get into the topic that we're going to talk about.
I fear and respect her. That's about as best as I can say.
How am I as a mother?
You're very...
honest?
You're a very dedicated mother. I can say that. You're very dedicated to the role of being a mother.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you're very... You are definitely overprotective at times.
Mm-hmm.
Lots of times. Pretty much most of my life. But... I understand that's a mother's job, but at the same time, you're a friend, while keeping within the strengths of being a mother, and you're very you're unfiltered.
That I'm definitely am. I have no other choice but to be. I mean, it's me.
But you can be a bit of a pushover.
Well, is that normal as a mother or a parent?
More or less.
Do you think that I enter your business a lot?
Yes.
Do you think that I overstep my boundaries?
Every now and again.
Do you think that I can be hard?
When you're pushed to your point.
Do you think that me being a mother for all these years, I can be a bit controlling? Do you think that the way I am and how I am with you comes from a good place?
Yes.
Do you think that my heart is pure and the reason why I do this is because I love you?
Are we talking about all around pure, or are we talking about just in the sense of being a mother to a son?
Both.
Okay, all around pure, no one's fully pure. Let's be fully honest. No one is fully. Everyone has a bit of darkness within them. I could fully say that. But as far as a mother to a son, you're definitely really pure. You're definitely pure. Everything comes from a good place.
Okay. Growing up, for me, I had my dad for a little while, and then my dad passed away when I was 13. So it was just my mom and I and my older brother. I have other siblings on my dad's side, but it was always me and my older brother. And I became a teen mom at an early age. I found out 15. I was pregnant. I was 16, not 15.
I said that. I coughed.
I thought you said 15.
I was like 16.
16. So, 16. I was a teen mom. I live in Brooklyn, New York. I live in New York City housing with my mom, and I currently still live in New York City housing. And
I'm 19 if you want to do the math.
And I was raised to be strong. I was raised very affectionate. We are very affectionate with each other. I'm always embracing him. I love you. I'm always hugging on him.
She attempts to be affectionate, and I try to pull away as much as I can.
But you can't pull away from this. And being a teen mom, I've learned a lot. And my experience was I used to always babysit. My brother had twins with my beautiful sister, because I don't call her my sister-in-law because we are still sisters to this day. We have an amazing bond. Shout out to my sister Shakila for blessing me with my first 2 children, which is my nephew and niece. They are twins, LaRon and Lanasia. I love them so much. My son calls them his cousin siblings, right?
Because they basically are.
They basically are. So, getting back to the subject, so I was a single mom. I was 16. I was still living under my mother's rules. And there was rules. And even being a teen mom, boy oh boy, it had its differences. Me and my mom went through so much. So much. I don't know if a lot of you young ladies who were moms, who were teen moms, who even went through stuff with their parents, or with their mom or dad, vice versa. But I have experienced things in life, and I wasn't an angel. I put my mom through a lot. I found out I was pregnant when I was 5 months. Fortunately, the donor was not there. And basically, I was a single mom. I will get more into the details at another date. But fast forwarding, right?
Okay.
My mom and I went through a really rough patch. I was dating this guy that was really not for me, for us. And when my mom put me out, I moved in with this man. And he was very controlling, very abusive.
That's an understatement.
That's an understatement. And this is how I get to my journey of being so thankful that I have my amazing husband. Even though he drives me insane, I have an amazing... Yeah, we do. I know I drive him insane too. But this is how I end up meeting back up with my soulmate. So this guy I dated, I will get into that topic deeply in another date, but I just want to get an insight of, I'm a survivor of domestic violence, and my son as well is a survivor because he was there while I went through this domestic violence for about 5 years. And I will have a vlog just with me getting into the details and becoming a survivor. But I just want to go off of a topic of that part, but I just want to talk with my son because we never sat down and had a talk about how he felt about being a victim's child and a survivor's child of domestic violence, because domestic violence is not only us as the moms or dads, because dads go through it, the significant others too. How we never know how the child feels about domestic violence. How does it make them be who they are? Growing up, witnessing it, going through it. They survivors too. Our children means a lot as well. So, being a victim of a survivor of domestic violence, how do you feel about it today? And how do you feel about it before? And how do you cope with it?
Okay,
I'm gonna let him talk. So I'm gonna move the camera over just a bit so y'all can get into it.
Okay, so I feel like the best way to like explain this would be to give you a bit about how I generally tend to act. So, for the most part, mom could say, like, I put on a show of, like, sometimes if she puts me on here without my knowledge or something, you'll see me behave in a slightly over dramatized way or whatever, or make a lot of jokes. And that's mostly just me trying to put forth this person who I believe would, like, just fits into society at this point. Because now how I am, it's just how I am naturally is... The best way I say it is I'm a human robot. So the thing is, I have a from. I don't really remember. I don't really can't visualize what happened in the past. Thank God, because my mind blocked it. More or less, it's in my vault. It's locked away, never to be accessed again.
So you made sure to put it in the block where you don't have to see it.
Yeah.
So if you was to release that block, you can see everything that happened.
Yes.
Photographic memory.
Yeah.
Like I have. Okay.
Yeah. So, and I know that if that were to happen, I tend to be on a hairline fracture when it comes to certain things. I'm normally calm and very patient, but certain things do tend to set me off real quick, and I react at my basis human instinct of hatred and despise, and that's not good.
You don't show feelings.
Yeah, so you basically you take the normal amount of like anger or something like that, and then you multiply it by like a large margin. And you'll have me whenever I experience a certain type of emotion. And it's sad because the only emotions that I actually can recognize on a spot would be happiness or anger. And with the fact that that happened in her previous life, one thing that I definitely would set me off and I would experience that anger would be a case of some type of domestic violence, whatever form it is, because that's a no-go for me. And so I've never told her this personally, but I'm pretty sure she knows that due to me having seen that when I was younger, I actually fear now, like with all the negativity and everything, that at some point I may emulate that, and I hope it never happens. But yeah, I would say like I hope to never meet the person who did that to her in person, because I can't say how I'd react, and that's bad because generally I'm supposed to know. I know how I react to like mostly every person and everything. But yeah.
So, do you think going through that and witnessing the things that mommy has been through,
Mother.
do you think mother,
Mother.
mom,
Mother.
do you think it shelters you? Do you think that's why you don't show feelings and emotions? Because it's like,
I can say honestly from my own self-analysis that it's definitely a part of it, because a lot of things I mostly don't show emotions a lot, to kind of, protect others from myself.
so as you see, I think that we as parents has to talk to our children, because I never knew that you felt that way, that you never told me. And he used a lot of big words. So you said immaculate?
Emulate. Basically, I mean, for those if you don't know, I don't want to assume that you don't, but it's like simulate the act out the same actions.
The same actions, correct. I kind of figured. So you're not going to act out the same actions, because I rebuke anything that you even in the future may come across. I rebuke that now in the name of Jesus, because that's not going to happen. Because you are loving, because your mother loves you, because you're loved unconditionally, and you are raised by women. You're not going to harm a fly. women are precious jewels. You know, when things get rough like that, you walk away, you breathe, you take a moment to yourself, you pray about it to make sure that that doesn't happen, because consequences, there's always consequences behind that. And I think that we have to not just bring awareness of domestic violence to people who are abused, because I'm a survivor, but our children who are around it. Because as you can see here, my son, you know, he don't want to be that way. He don't want no one to set him off being in a relationship that it can strike. So we have to bring our stories to the light. We have to bring our children to the light. We have to sit down and talk to our children and let them know that, you know, it's not okay what you see. Don't let that hinder or carry you and burden you through your life. You know, through me going through those things, I used to feel like I was doing everything wrong. I told my son a while ago about that situation, where at one point I tried to run away, and we were together, and I was in the middle of Union Square in Manhattan, and I was like, without calling no one, no family. I don't even think I have money, because he used to, that's another subject I'm not going to get into right now, at a later date. But I was at a point where I was just like, go, you know, I can't do anything for you. You know, I have you over here in this relationship. You know, you're watching things. I'm not a good mom to allow her child to witness abuse. So I'm so thankful that my son chose to say, no, mommy, I'm going to stay here. No, mommy, you can't leave. I can't leave. I'm going to stay with you, mommy. That was just the man upstairs. Because, you know, some children, you know, are attentive to their parents. Some children are not. And I always tell him he's the only man, because he's a man now, but he's the only man that never left me. And as I think back now, thinking about how I was willing to sacrifice and let my son just go wander off, not knowing who can take him or who can do something to him, or if he was going to be alive. Not knowing, I wouldn't have been able to live with myself to this day. It still bothers me sometimes. I think that's why I'm so, like, you know, emotionally attached to my son. I don't know about you other parents, but he's my everything. And everything I do and everything I say to him, it's all out of love. And I always like to talk to my son, because you never know what your children can go through or may be going through. As y'all witnessed, me and a couple of my girlfriends went to this young man's visual, and me as a woman, as a mother of a son, a teenage grown into a man, because he'll be 20, it felt like it was my child, you know. And it's so sad that this is what we are right now in this time, that bringing awareness, showing the things that's going on in the world, you know, speaking to our children, because you have children that are being bullied, you have children who are committing suicide, and this is what goes on in the world. That's why I feel like I always have to be very hands-on, talk to you a lot, because I just worry. You know, when you go on the outside of that door, I don't know what the other side holds. But I know that I'm going to always continue to pray and pray for God to cover my baby, cover my friends' children, my nieces and nephews. Cover them. Cover them. And I think that you, my YouTubers, should, if you don't do it or if you do it, take time out to talk to your children. Get to know your child. Pick your child's brain. Even if they get on your nerves. Even if you get on their nerves. The other day we had a conversation. And I know I was getting under my son's skin. But what parent wouldn't? Right? When you become a parent, you will know.
In the far distant futures of the late 30s.
Yeah, after you're married.
Quote unquote married.
Yeah.
After I find a person who's willing to put up with my quirkiness.
Yeah.
And my family's quirkiness.
Especially
and
his
craziness.
Mom. His mom.
And the various females who quote unquote need to protect me.
Oh, I'm very protective.
No.
Of my baby.
Bad.
He has my name here. So I am the leader. I'm the leader. Me. I'm always like this with him. Right or wrong.
Sadly right.
I'm always the fun, quirky, overbearing, affectionate, funny, best dancer in the house. Whoop, whoop. I am.
See, I want to refute it, but I can't because the other people in the house, two can't dance, and the other one, well, yeah.
Yeah. And, hello, I'm the human radio in this house. Right? Yeah. So, I thank you for taking this time out to talk with my subs. I call them subs because they're subscribers.
God, please stop.
What? It's lit. My page is going to be, my channel, our channel.
I want 10% gratuity for all my appearances and using my likeness.
Ooh. I raised you. I raised you to be who you are today and who you're going to be in the future. I did that. Single mom squad. Even though I'm married now. Right? Single mom squad. Right? We are dope. When we could raise our boys into men, intelligent, smart, gifted, ambitious, energetic, everything under
energetic?
The sun. Well, you get up and go to work. Right?
I guess.
Brains. Looks. I'm your biggest cheerleader. Right?
Sadly. Yes.
Okay, so with that being said, my subs, ES Journey, thank y'all for tuning into our channel. Please
leave your
don't
names
forget.
in the comments if you think I'm cute. Let me stop.
Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment, or comment, like, subscribe.
Like, comment, and subscribe.
Like, comment, and subscribe. See, I'm still new to this. So please, thank you again for tuning in. God bless y'all. And have a great evening. Because it's 4, right?
Yes, but that's not it. It would be you could just say
Day.
Afternoon or day. Yeah.
Afternoon, day, whatever. Thank you again, ENS Journey, and we are out.